Hello, hello. Welcome back to Conscious Evolution. Today, we're going to find ourselves in interactions with others. We find ourselves in interactions with others. I think that's what I said. I don't know. It's early. Hope everybody's doing good. And I hope you get something out of this because it's very interesting. So we're just going to get right into it. This is chapter 15. We find ourselves in interactions with others. We have you in our hands. We will be here to help you in this space where you are presently situated. We feel your energy here helping those around you. You have been asked to be present in your life. You're here because of your need to reach out. Your life will help accomplish unfinished business in this space. We greatly we care greatly for your needs. Your life has been here innumerable times. You're here because your energy draws you together. Your life is of a greater sphere of influence than you are presently aware. It is coming to you on a different plane and will be unveiled to you as your progress continues forward. Your energy is of a greater life force that is coming through you. Your thoughts are your energy manifest. It will lead you to your instinct. Your instinct is the sum total of your lives experience. It is the encyclopedia of humanity. You only need to access this, and it will become clear to you as you do it. You only need to reach out to others to understand. Your mission comes in interaction, not isolation. Your definition of your life is in your ability to open it to others. This is what allows greatness to enter into your soul. You're presently only seeing a fraction of the greater you that exists. For you to become complete, understand that the harmony within the rhythm of your life is created by the ability to harmonize with yourself in its entirety. You must connect with that which is in your life, the greater life. Often we see segmented personalities without the contact of their greater soul. You'll begin to recognize these segmented personalities as your mission will be to help integrate them, to let them understand that there is greatness in every individual, and it is for their discovery that paths are created. There are many paths, but you must show them the way. Find a path, they will proceed. There is never a wasted moment if you access the energy behind it. So no matter where you began, it will lead you to the place you need to be. You only need to begin. Children's struggles to survive in this world are becoming increasingly more difficult. Look into the eyes of a 3-year-old, the viewpoint of a child as it becomes initially aware of that larger space and leaves that which is instinct. It's very clear. As children progress, as they're born, they're in touch with this greater self. There comes a transition in children's lives where they have to abandon that knowledge and root themselves into this plane. Much is lost, so much can be learned, and then re-accessed later in life. But in order for them to really understand the lessons in this plane, they have to let go of the encyclopedia they brought with them. It's a closed book test. I think you might want to look at that transition. Regarding transitioning human life, we are all aware that of that passageway, that doorstep we step through to eternity. There is a transformation that occurs. It is inevitable for all. It's the loss, of course, that we all regret. There is a need to really process loss and not deny it. There is a leave taking that never dies. Love never dies for those who are gone. That isn't the loss. The loss is of that relationship rooted in the reality of this plane. It's like comfortable furniture. You don't want to give it up because it's so easy to burrow into. But there are new chairs and new lives to come into contact with. Excuse me. I don't try to interface with processes that you need to discover in your life. I cannot tell you what is right for your life in terms of another human being. I can only tell you to listen to the music that's in your soul when you're with that person. If the person makes you unhappy or you feel thwarted, Do you believe that's a good person for your existence? Experience the happiness and put the rest to the side. Don't try to project. Be with that moment. And if it should be with them, and if it should become a greater moment in terms of your understanding, it will unveil itself. But don't try to manipulate it into something that you believe you need to have. What you need to have is joy in your life. The joy does not come in a person, the joy is in your life. Your life has gone through incredible obstacles to remind you that the greatness of the universe does exist in you. I believe that the questions that everyone must ask in a relationship are excuse me. A, do I believe I am perfect in this relationship as a person? Do I believe that I am complete? And B, does this person respect that belief system and me? If you find yourself looking to find someone to make you complete, it's the wrong relationship. But you do need to be validated. These are two separate issues. You must believe that your heart is whole, and if the relationship you're in makes you feel unwhole, then it isn't constructive to your growth. If you feel that your heart is in pieces, your pain has been present to give you the great understanding to help those around you. You have greatness inside you. You can't allow people to deny that in you. And if they feel, or if you feel they are denying it, then you have to examine that. There are some people who only allow their self esteem to grow by stealing it from others. This is sort of a litmus test of relationships. If you find that this is the case, you're in a corrosive relationship. If it is corrosive, it is not beneficial to your growth. This can be altered in your belief system, of course. Your pain has not been for naught. The compassion you carry for others flows very deeply because you have been there. Don't let anyone or anything deny you that knowledge. Easily said. You need to know yourself. You need to allow yourself time for just pure energy to flow through you. You need to, I'm not speaking of isolation here, but you need to find moments when you can attune yourself to the universe. There needs to be in your life very still, quiet moments where you recognize your beauty. You must take those moments and relish every second of them, and your life will grow. The important thing is to continue to reach out and not to isolate. Sometimes we feel that in isolation we find ourselves. It is not the case. We find ourselves in interactions with others. That is why we are not born on a desert island. We are here to involve other lives in our lives, to invite them in. The lessons to be learned are in that interaction. They may not be words that can be expressed, but your love of life can be conveyed. Your love of the lives around you. This is what carries people on, their ability to love. When people lose that ability, they fester and die inside. Concentrate on the love. When you are results oriented, things will not appear immediately for you. Know where the love is in your life. That's where your answers lie. In your ability to decide in your life where your love is. That's the path. All the rest will fall into place for you. For instance, those ties that you have to your family are the most visceral ties you have in this plane. They produce not only your lives, but your intent in this presence we speak of as life. They give you the mission, the circumstances in which you are guest you've chosen. Those ties that bind are the most crucial, and unexpected rewards come from their fulfillment. You come here to be a part of their lives. You've chosen them. You're emotionally tied to them. You have much to learn from them. You're not going to be here much longer, and neither are we, you or they. You must try to draw from them. their experience in love. Ask them about the loves of their lives. You'll learn very much. Not necessarily people, but what do they love in nature? Ask your mother about the things she loves in this life. Within all of these relationships, where is their love? There will be some deep answers revealed. That is what's great that we have in common, that we love. When you share that greatness, you evolve on a much higher plane. We spend so much time talking about what we hate. It's juvenile. In love and family, doors open. The same thing with your grandparents. Ask them what they loved in this life. What do they love? It sounds corny, but it won't be. Be very open with them and express to them what you love. You will change everything. Allow them to see who you are. I will be with you, urging you on. Good morning, peoples. Danielle, hello. Soulfully Divine, good morning. Green Heart Goddess, hello. I hope everyone's doing well this morning. I hope you enjoyed this. Got a little choppy to read in there for a minute. It's just a very different language that Solomon here uses. Let me put this over here. So we find ourselves in interactions with others to really not isolate ourselves, which tends to be something that we feel comfortable with. That's like a comfortable space for us when we can isolate. We can go and be in hermit mode, but there's no real growth from what Solomon's speaking in that. Our growth is really in our interactions with others, with our family, our friends. And it's interesting that he says to ask your mother or grandmother or family, what they love. And you could that applies to anybody, I think. I mean, if someone your friends, family, people you just meet, ask them what they're passionate about. Ask them what they love in this life. Doesn't need to be who they love. What do you love to do? Most people have something that they're passionate about, and you may learn something from that. It's interesting. I heard that from somewhere else recently too. I can't remember what it is, where it was. I mean, but that is what allows greatness to enter into your soul, your ability to open your heart to others, or open your life to others. You'll begin to recognize these segmented personalities, and your mission will be to help integrate them, to bring them. I don't know. I took that as two different ways to like bring them back in out of like a hermit mode. It could be kind of your mission if someone's really isolating themselves to get them back into the world, and when you recognize someone that has segmented their personalities, that doesn't feel whole and complete, that if they're willing to learn to see a greater truth, to help them find it, that's what, or does it say? It says there are many paths, but you must show them the way. Find a path, and they will proceed. So it's like help them find their way, help them find their path, and they will proceed. It was like earlier in the book when he was talking about planting seeds in fertile soil. Greenheart Goddess says, I love this. That's a great question to answer. Definitely going to do this. Good. Very good. Happy to hear it. I love this one. I have it highlighted. I have most of these pages highlighted. This really helped me through a tough time in my life when I had to really examine all the relationships in my life that I was in. And I asked these questions for myself and the ones around me. And yeah, it really helped me out. But this is something that really stands out to me, and it did the first time I read it and every other time. There is never a wasted moment if you access the energy behind it. So no matter where you begin, it will lead you to the place you need to be. You only need to begin. It's like your journey is in the process of the journey, not the destination, you know. The only quote unquote wrong thing you can do, and there's no wrong or there's no right, you know. Like I believe there's only things that you can do within your integrity. You know, if it has integrity, then that's all that really matters. But the only thing, like quote unquote, that could be wrong is to not make a decision, to not decide which door to go through. You know, you have so many paths that you can choose in your life. You can go this direction, that direction, up this hill, down this road, whatever it is. The only quote unquote wrong thing would to be not to make a decision. And no matter what decision you make, it's going to take you down the path and the process and the journey that you need to get where you're going. And you're going to end up where you need to be. You are exactly where you need to be in this life. Otherwise, you wouldn't be there. I thought it was interesting about the children's struggle to survive in this world as they let go of that, infinite intelligence that we come into this plane with and root themselves into this reality. As they do that, eh, you know, can you imagine that? Like, imagine doing that as an adult. Would you let go of that infinite knowledge? No way. So we let go of it as children and we root ourselves into this plane and become who we become in this world. And we either consciously or subconsciously spend the rest of our lives searching for those answers that we let go of. Isn't that interesting? So interesting. Don't try to manipulate it into something that you believe you need to have. I think he was talking about, I said he, she, Solomon was talking about relationships. Don't try and make it into something it's not. And don't, I think we have a tendency to see the best in people and ignore the red flags that we see in our lives and in our relationships that are the indicators of what direction to go next, um I know I've done it several times, but don't try to manipulate it into something that you believe you need to have. And I think we've all done this. We've all manipulated in the, and it's to maybe make ourselves feel better about it, to keep on that happy note. But if your true feeling, if the joy does not come in that person, the joy is in your life. So if you're not whole and complete in here, if you don't feel that your heart is whole, you're going to search for someone to complete you. And that's not how it works. Because then, if you're whole and complete from within, and you're not searching for that external person or thing or whatever it is, it could be anything, to fill that hole, that's not where the happiness comes from. Because that can make you happy, but that's going to be a temporary thing. That's like buying things because it makes you feel happy, and you're happy when you make the purchase and you get home and you like it for a week and then you don't ever touch it again, and it becomes a worthless thing. It's kind of how we're programmed in this society. And the joy does not come in a person. The joy is in your life. Enjoy your life. Love your life. Love where you are. Love those around you. And if they're not good for you, love them from a distance. Your life has gone through incredible obstacles to remind you that the greatness of the universe does exist in you. And I'm going to say this again with these questions. I believe that the questions that everyone must ask in a relationship are: A, do I believe I am perfect in this relationship as a person? Nobody's perfect. Do I believe that I am complete? And B, does this person respect that belief system in me? Well, those answers for me when I first asked myself that were, am I perfect in this relationship? No, I mean, nobody's perfect. You can do your best to the best of your ability. Do I believe that I am complete? I didn't really know when I first asked that. And I thought I was, but subconsciously I knew I wasn't because I was still searching for things outside of myself to make me feel complete. Does this person respect that belief system in me? No, nobody around me respected any of my new belief systems. And you kind of know, you just know when you're around somebody and you just don't get a good feeling, you know that they're not good for you. But it's like we justify that, or we rationalize that, or we hold on to the memory of the thing we did with that person that makes us happy, that one good memory or multiple good memories of those things, even though that's not your current reality. We tend to hold on to those things and project that forward to get past these red flags that come up, or these things that don't feel good with our interactions with these people. But it's all here to teach you something. There's never a wasted moment if you access the energy behind it. So, what's the energy behind it? What's that energy trying to show you in your life? And it's going to lead you to the place you need to be, no matter what path you take, no matter what door you go through. Hmm. This is deep stuff this morning, guys. Very deep. You have greatness inside you. You can't allow people to deny that in you. And if they feel, or if you feel they are denying it, then you have to examine that. There are some people who only allow their self esteem to grow by stealing it from others. This is sort of a litmus test of relationships. If you find that this is the case, you're in a corrosive relationship. It's like if the person you're with only has their confidence and self-esteem because they're with you, like when they're around you, and they don't have it when you're not around. That's kind of how I'm taking that. It's like they're kind of stealing your light, or riding, your energy kind of. It's not beneficial to your growth. But this can be altered in your belief system of yourself. Your pain has not been for naught. The compassion you carry for others flows very deeply because you have been there. Don't let anyone or anything deny you that knowledge. You need to allow yourself time for just pure energy to flow through you. You need to. Not speaking of isolation here, but you need to find the moments when you can attune yourself to the universe. In other words, meditate. which is what I need to do right now. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad you're all here. You want to do a meditation? Why not? Let's do it. I don't know if you guys are able to do that right now. You know, some people might be driving to work or whatever. You can watch it later. We're just going to do a quick, 5-minute little attunement, maybe with some energy work. So if you have a place where you can sit down, lay down, get comfortable. I want you guys all right, let's change the ambience here. Get yourselves comfortable. We're gonna set this up because I need to do it, and I was gonna do it after the live, but why not? I'll share it with you guys. This thing's light. Hold your horses. Ooh, all right. Just look at the light. All right, take a deep breath. Deep breath in and deep breath out. I want you to imagine a cord coming from your root chakra to the center of the earth. I want you to attach that cord to the core of the planet. However it first comes into your mind, honor that. Now we're going to attach a cord from our crown chakras. Open the crown chakra and attach a cord from there to the sun. Now we're going to move through the sun and go all the way to the central spiritual sun. However you see that in your mind, honor that. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. There's a ball of energy coming from the central spiritual sun down this cord. Whatever color you see it as, I kind of see it as like a bright, light blue. Travel it down through the cord, through the sun, and down into the crown chakra. Allow that energy to wash over your third eye energy center, like a rainbow waterfall of light, cleansing and purifying and ridding of all the things no longer serving us. And take that energy down through the throat chakra. The same thing, let that energy cleanse, purify, and rid us of things no longer serving us, things that are keeping us from speaking our truth, things that are getting in our own way. Just give those things back to the universe now. And then just take that energy into the heart center. I'm just going to allow that energy to sit there for a moment. Now let's go back to the cord connected to the center of the planet, to the crystalline grid structure of the planet. We are connected. I see it as a dark blue ball of energy coming up the cord from the core of the planet. We're going to allow that into our root chakra. Let it cleanse and purify, rid us of things no longer serving us. We'll let that go up to our sacral chakra and do the same thing. We cleanse and rid us of things no longer serving us. We'll move up to the solar plexus. Same thing. Clearing and cleansing and ridding us of things no longer serving us. And then up into the heart center, where these two energies meet. Like a yin and yang. These energies are swirling together, clearing and cleansing and purging what no longer serves us. These energies meld together. And now when you take a deep breath in, these energies are going to expand out to encompass your entire body. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. You are now in your energy field. This sphere of energy is going to keep you from picking up other people's energies today. Don't allow their energy to influence you. Stay in your happiness. Stay in your joy. Stay in your alignment. All right, let's bring that energy back into the heart center. Now that we're all cleared and purged of the things no longer serving us and back into a better alignment with ourselves and who we truly are, let's give this energy back to Gaia. Let's send it down through the chakras, down through our cord, back into the center of the planet, giving it back to the crystalline grid structure, anchoring that light from the central sun into the planet. Beautiful. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. If I'm not able to come on tomorrow, a happy holidays. I love you guys so much. So much. Be the change that you want to see in this world. And love yourself. All right, bye-bye.